Sylvia was walking down a narrow street, her small bag hanging from her shoulder. The sun was harsh that afternoon, and the street buzzed with market noise and passing keke riders. Just as she turned the corner, a rough-looking thug in a torn black hoodie blocked her path. "Hey you!" the man backed. Before she could respond, he shoved her against the wall and snatched her small bag. "Oya, give me your phone," he hissed, brandishing a small knife. Terrified, Sylvia fumbled and handed over her phone. The man roughly searched her pocket and collected every dime she had. She cried for help as a few kind-hearted traders ran over. "Sorry, my child, sorry," an older woman said, pulling Sylvia into a side corner and wrapping her arms around her trembling body. "Chai, wicked people everywhere," another murmured, shaking her head. Tears streamed down Sylvia's face. "He collected everything, my phone, my money," she cried. After a while, Sylvia wiped her tears and weakly thanked the few people who comforted her. Later that night, around 10 p.m., Sylvia entered a dimly lit bar. Smoke coiled in the air, loud music blared from old speakers. In a far corner, two angry-looking guys sat with her in a booth. "Madam, that guy na Musco boy, you," one of the men said, tapping his beer bottle on the table. "The man even give us extra money. But most go pay hospital bill because we beat am wetin no good," the other man added, laughing. Then he shoved a small black bag towards Sylvia. "Check if everything dey complete." Sylvia took the bag calmly. She opened it. Her phone, her money, and her jewelry was inside. She zipped it shut and gave the man a nod. "Una do well," she said coolly, taking another drag from her cigarettes. The next afternoon, Sylvia sat on her balcony, her long braids falling over her shoulders. The street buzzed below, children in uniforms walking to school in groups. Sylvia smiled and waved at a few kids passing by. Some waved back happily. Now and then, she would toss down small packs of biscuits or sweets. "Thank you, Auntie Sylvia," they would shout. But not all parents were happy. Not all of them were comfortable with Sylvia. One mother knocked on Sylvia's door one afternoon, a hard look in her eyes. "Good afternoon, ma," Sylvia greeted politely. "Good afternoon, my dear," the woman replied stiffly. "Please, I don't have anything against you. I just want to tell you, please don't give anything to my children anymore. I don't want wahala, I beg." Sylvia only smiled and nodded. On another day, through her window, Sylvia saw a little boy holding biscuits she had given him. His mother immediately snatched it from his hands and threw it in the trash, scolding him harshly as the boy wailed loudly on their way to school. Everyone in the area knew Sylvia was just a young girl, but she acted older, carried herself with mystery. Nobody knew her parents, nobody knew where her money came from. People whispered, but no one dared confront her openly. One hot afternoon, as Sylvia returned from buying food, a young mother standing by her gate called her softly. "Baby girl, how are you doing? I've been meaning to ask you, where are your parents? How do you cope living alone as a young girl?" No, ma, there's no problem. My mother traveled, so it's just me, but she'll soon return." The woman blinked. "Oh, I'm so sorry." "Alright, it's fine. You can go. Take care, yeah?" Now, wow. Feel as if these people don't they see me finish. She said to Sobe, who she played a game with. If you relocate now, go somewhere nobody know you," Sobe suggested. Sylvia sighed. It's just that this place is quite calm. Apart from the fact, say, that they took eye for my matter too much." Weeks later, a woman started staying in Sylvia's apartment. Outsiders thought her mother had returned, but in truth, the woman worked for Sylvia. She was paid to act as her mother when needed. Sylvia was not just an ordinary girl. At 15, she was running things beneath the surface. She dressed like a teenager during the day, but at night, she changed. In clubs and bars, she was known by another name. Some nights, she was a prostitute, luring men, collecting information, sometimes more. Other nights, she sat in back rooms negotiating drug deals with men twice her age. Nobody really knew the truth about Sylvia. Some thought she was a rich orphan. Others thought she was a runaway child of a politician, while others said she was cursed. The bar was Sylvia's business. People called it Sylvie's joint. She was feared by her workers, by her customers, and by anyone who truly knew her. She was the queen of that dark world, young, brutal, and unpredictable. She killed whoever she wanted and punished anyone who crossed her. Every evening at 9 p.m., she would dress shabbily and leave her apartment, heading for her bar. It was part of her cover. No one suspected how powerful she truly was. That small girl. You won't make her wound am? A man whispered to another, eyeing Sylvia. I no go say anything o. Just taste and see. You go pay me times 3 when you finish, the other man replied, beckoning towards Sylvia. Sylvia laughed happily, her eyes gleaming. She stood, dusted her jeans, finished her bottle of beer and followed the man. That was Sylvia, a young prostitute and drug lord, feared and respected by older prostitutes. But Sylvia never slept with just anyone. She only entertained wealthy men, those willing to pay in hundreds of thousands. Outside her bar, when not cloaked in secrecy, she appeared calm, beautiful and quiet. But those who knew her real life feared her. Her most trusted right hand was Sobe, a man in his 30s, tough, loyal and as deadly as she was. Sobe handled the dirtiest parts of the business, like drug packaging, weapon runs, and eliminating threats. One night, while rolling small packets of cocaine in her apartment, Sobe looked up. Sylvia, you're still young. Why don't you go back to school? You fit even carry our business go that side. Sylvia laughed coldly. Guy, now flashback you dey ask for like this o. Yummy now, yummy, Sobe urged. Sylvia leaned back and exhaled smoke from her cigarette. Her voice dropped low as she began to talk. Guy, I no grow for this town. Years ago, me, my parents and my brother, they live for very far from here. But my papa and mama, they be drug lords. Now then they trade young girls too into a shower for big men. My papa na conk arm robber. They fear anything. While my mama, that one na drug queen, sharp like blade. When I did 5 years, I dey load gun. When I come reach 10 years, that time I dey check out drugs very well. But my brother, be like us o. That one dey soft. I dey watch my papa beat am, dey call am weakling. One day, the guy just waka comot for house. We never see her until today. One day she was playing at home when her parents came in looking for something. That was usual, so she ignored them and continued with what she was doing. Sylvie, Pima dey find us. But no one will come get you this night. You will hear from us when we are settled, okay? Her father said as he hugged her and ran out. That was the last time she heard from them. The next time she saw them was at a firing squad where they were killed. After that, she sold everything her parents had and relocated far away to the current city where she lived a double life. Sobe sat quietly nodding. He had always wondered how a 15-year-old could become such a powerful force. Now he understood. One night, as the bar was packed with people dancing and smoking, suddenly the front door crashed open. Police! Everybody down! Her men jumped up, guns drawn. Sobe fired first. The bar erupted in chaos. Glass shattered. Bullets flew. Customers screamed and scattered. Protect madame! Sobe shouted as he ran after. Shiva grabbed a small pistol and dashed through the back door. Gunshots echoed behind her as police sirens wailed. They were after her. She kept running. Then suddenly, a sleek black car parked sharply in front of her. Get in! A man inside called. Without thinking, Sylvia went in. The car sped off. They drove through back roads and then stopped in front of a large church. They stood in the quiet church hall. Thank you, sir, Sylvia whispered. But the man turned his back on her. You are a fool, he said. As all you see is my back, that's what you will see if you don't change your ways. Then he turned to face her. I am Morris, he said calmly. Sylvia stared, her breath caught, her mouth trembled. She rushed forward, touching his arms, face, chest. How are you still alive? She said. Morris's eyes darkened. Well, now it's not time for that. Just one call and the police will be here. Okay, I helped you tonight, but only for one reason. I just wanted to give you another chance to change your ways. He paused. I've known about you for years. I know everything you do. In fact, I'm even the one that reported you to the police because I was tired of hearing your stories. Sylvia froze. Morris continued. Look, I don't want you to die like our parents. If only you will come with me and change. Sylvia's face twisted with rage. You can't tell me what to do, she screamed and pointed a gun at him. Well, how about I send you on an errand to meet mom and dad? Morris's voice stayed calm. Sylvia, no, don't do this. I'm giving you a better life here. To hell with your better life, she yelled as she pulled the trigger. Suddenly, A shot rang out. Sylvia dropped her gun, falling from her hand as the police swarmed in. Maurice stunned as the policemen cuffed Sylvia roughly. "I will kill you, Maurice!" she screamed, struggling as they dragged her out. This time there was no escape. Despite being a minor, the court ruled that her crimes were beyond her age. Sylvia was sentenced to 30 years imprisonment. Maurice came to visit her, but Sylvia refused to see him. Week after week, she rejected his visits. Maurice remained hopeful. She would change one day, he told himself. Life had other plans. One cold morning, Maurice's phone rang. "Sir, I'm sorry to inform you, your sister Sylvia, we met her dead in her cell last night." Maurice's hands shook, and the phone dropped. He sat there in silence, tears rolling down his face. He regretted coming late, wishing he could save her earlier. And that was the sad end of Sylvia.